off-campus obsession is going on everywhere. But if you somehow missed it, it is the brand new Amazon Prime series that has become everyone's obsession. It is based on the book The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which is part of her off campus series. And if you have watched it and are craving something of similar vibes, then today I have got the perfect cure for you. 7 sports romances that will absolutely cure your off campus hangover. Let's go. The first book is The Deal, the book itself. I know, but this deserves the first mention because the series is based on this book. And if you have somehow not read this book, this is your sign to go and read it because it's going to be an absolute blast. I read this book many years ago and I loved it so much that I did a reread of it a couple of years later. It has great banter, chemistry right from the start. It hooks you up. Our boy Garrett wants to play professional hockey after graduation, but his GPA has been plummeting, and so he needs this help from this gorgeous brunette who is sassy with an attitude. So they strike a deal. He needs help with his grades, and she needs help to make a guy jealous. Perfect combo, right? Absolutely not, because when sparks start flying, such a fun read, great banter, great chemistry. Absolutely must be read before you go and watch that Prime series. This next book will actually give you, those butterflies in your tummy kind of feeling. And the tropes of this books are so much similar to the off campus one. It has fake dating, it has college setting, but instead of hockey we have football as the main sports here. P is having an amazing sophomore year finally at the Brighton University. She has the greatest best friend. Everything is going amazing. She is like, I'm finally ready to date again after her ex. Yeah. But twisty, her ex gets transferred to her university and he's like making eyes at her and she's like, no, absolutely not. Paxton is the golden boy of the university. He's the star player. Everything is going great for him until certain incidents tarnish his reputation and things go bad for him. And now, when he realizes that his sister's best friend needs his help, he is like, we can do help each other out for sure over here. So we have fake dating, and once again, those fake vibes where they are pretending, but the pretend slowly is changing into something else. Oh my god, the chemistry so good. I read this book and fell flat in love with all the characters. I have to get back to the other books in the series, but this book is bound to make you feel all the freaking butterflies. It's all about the feels. Just go and read this one. The next one is a second chance romance where a heroine's high school sweetheart, the hero, had broken her heart and now he is back in town after so many years and she is like, where the heck am I gonna run? Because I am just not ready to face him. Now, a pro football player who gets injured and because of his shoulder injury, he has to be back in town. And she has created this beautiful place called the Reading Nook, which is just not only her business, it is her pride and joy. We also have the secret, that what actually happened for them to break up, because this two pair was so much in love and even today you can make out that they still have the strong feelings for each other. So we have this shadow of the secret of what happened in the past, lots of angsty times, and the characters are so freaking amazing. Such an amazing book. Definitely just go and read this one. Next one is an enemies to lovers sports romance where we have this grumpy hero who is a gym owner and she is the sweet cafe owner. Let me tell you, Romeo, our main character, takes grumpiness, the meaning to grumpiness, just to another level. The way he is just so mean and rude to her when she has been nothing but sweet to him. I was like, dude, what is your problem? Why are you being so bad to her? And a heroine is like, okay, I've had enough, I'm not gonna take your, yeah. So both our leads are like going at each other's throats, because she's like, I tried to be nice to you, but you are like, no, I'm not having any of it, so I'm not gonna be nice to you anymore. So they have this constant bickering and fights and all of that. Although later we do realize why a hero has so much of hatred towards her, and there's this entire family drama angle also, which makes things all the more interesting, because now slowly the grumpy gym owner and the sweet cafe owner, the dynamics are changing and the chemistry can be felt. We also have this entire angle of Romeo getting ready for this biggest fight of his life. You know, he is pitted against this fighter who is keeps on constantly taunting him. Romeo was so dedicated, and I admired his drive, his discipline, and the way he goes at it, the training and all of that. It was so much fun to read all that. But once our Romeo guy falls for Demi, a heroine, I couldn't believe these two were the same people who couldn't even stand each other, because Romeo is the absolute swooniest one with her, and I was giggling, I was smiling, I was like, "Ah, I'm so glad I got to see these two. Such a fun ride and such a sweet one. I also have to say the fight itself at the end was so freaking exciting. I was so nervous. I felt like I was part of Romeo's gang, and I was like, what is going to happen? Oh my god, it was so adrenaline pumped scene watching the fight, and finally when things happened and all of that, oh my god. Also, Romeo's guy gang is so amazing. I mean, this is the type of brood of friends you need by your side when you are going through something difficult. Or the next one, we have hockey again in the house, guys, but this time make it friends who go to Vegas and accidentally get married, or should I say secretly. This book is a Gen Next of Croydon Hills series, and our hero Easton, he has always been in love with our heroine Madeline. Has interlinked as their family and friends are. Easton never really took stride for where his feelings for Madeline were concerned, you know. So when Madeline slash Lindy goes for her birthday party with her girl gang, the next day she wakes up with the worst hangover and a surprise husband besides her. The same husband who has been her forever fantasy man throughout her life. To say, I was so thrilled and excited to find out what was going to happen next in this book. Of course, they have their battle cut out, because Easton and Lindy, they really have never dated each other in real life, although they have been together through friends and family. So they are husband and wife suddenly, and now they have to figure out their life of what will happen next, what they really want. Lindy's girl gang was such a blast to hang out with. I loved them. Wanted to be friends with them. They were just so freaking cool. But the highlight has to be every time Easton called Lindy wife. Oh my god, absolutely funny. I'm telling you, Easton is going to be your new next book boyfriend that is going to make you swoon, is going to woo you like crazy. He is a romance personified. This next one is a forced proximity small town romance, but with football as the main theme. We have an amazing band of brothers and a heroine, their sister, who is obsessed with hot peppers. And the way hot peppers are used in this book are so interesting. I have to say the author is a genius. So we are taking to this a small town where we get to experience the small town life. It is just so freaking cozy, and a heroine who is a spirited girl running her restaurant with spicy surprises every week for the town folk, and they are really spicy surprises, I mean. And the footballer, the handsome footballer who is new in town, has her brother's friend for a temporary visit, but we have chemistry striking right from the first side. I really couldn't get enough of the dare dishes that Dylan prepares. So she has this theme that every week she prepares a dare dish, which basically has a different kind of hot pepper added to it. And the townsfolk, when they come to her restaurant, they can try this dish for free, and they have this entire fun affair. Everyone participates, and I was so much into this. I enjoyed this entire thing. The way she is so creative and so immersed into not only make running her restaurant but making it a fun experience for everyone. And I really wanted to walk into her restaurant and really taste one of her dead dishes, even if I might cry. But I do have a spice level tolerance, so you never know. But she was just so amazing. We have fun times with friends who are co-workers, co-workers who are friends, and this book was such a freaking blast. Every moment was such a freaking blast. Though the thing is that Dylan has sworn that she is never gonna date footballers, and then her brother's friend arrives and they hit it off. They have this instant chemistry. What is she gonna do now? Oh my goodness. This book was an experience, an entire experience. And let me tell you, our hero Logan, he is going to be the book boyfriend of your dreams. Absolutely. That man. The last one on today's list is my top most favorite one, which has a very unusual pairing with an ex-boxer on one side and an freaking environmentalist on the other side. I can't tell you the major book hangover I had. The freaking major book hangover I had after finishing this one was crazy. I just couldn't get over this book. It made me laugh, it made me giggle, it made me teary eyed, and I was grabbing every second I could to read this book. Reese's entire life has been his father's gym and fighting for his father's gym. But now he needs to save the gym, and he is like, I'll take any chance I can, any help I can. In a twist of things, Reese's brother hires this date. Reese goes and plays instead of his brother, and what he didn't expect was to meet this spitfire of a woman who never even uses curse words, but he realizes that she can somehow help him save his gym. Parker's job means everything to her, and to go ahead in her career, she wants to impress her boss. But she realizes as this new investor that has come, he looks upon people who are in relationships more respectably, and so to impress her boss, she's like, okay, I think even I have to fake a relationship now, but I don't have anyone in my life. So what she does is she hires someone to pretend to be her date, not realizing slowly with each encounter and each meeting, things start getting very serious. There were so many moments that made me swoon so hard when you are like waiting for a text. Even a text makes you feel butterflies in your tummy. We have those kind of feels. The sparks between Parker and Reese was so crazy, but these two try their best to resist each other and maintain the distance. Reese might be a cold and brooding guy, but that guy has such a big heart. The way he swoops in every time, not only for his family, his brother, his gym, but also for Parker without her realizing. Oh my god, the passion between these two people. They had my entire freaking heart. I was grabbing every minute I could to get back to this book because I just couldn't get enough of this book. A reason Parker. Oh my goodness, their wicked banter, their times together, everything about this book so freaking good. Had me going bonkers, had me going crazy. Also, this one is hecka spicy. I kid you not. So these were my top favorite book recommendations if you want to cure your off-campus hangover. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to add more book to my own TBR also. Please don't forget to comment if you liked any of this. If you do end up adding any of these books or end up picking up any one of these. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.